Hi everyone, this is y'all's first video to help you through your summer school packet that we have here. So I'm going to go through every single lesson in separate videos and kind of give y'all directions and help you through what you're needing to do to get full credit. It's fairly simple. I have the pages numbered for y'all, so you should always be able to keep it in order if you want to pull the staples for whatever reason. And it's 6 assignments. You can spread that out over 6 days. You don't have to do them all at once. You don't want to wear yourself out. And I would encourage you to do your best to learn the material. It'll help you a lot next year. So the more you learn now, the easier next year will be. But if you look at the front of your packet, here is, sorry, I moved it. 7th grade science summer school lesson outline. I have the simplified directions for you on all 6 lessons. If you need to get into contact with me, my information's right here. And your first lesson starts on page 1, right down here, and that's going to be over ecological succession. So you're going to read through this lesson and answer the 10 questions that follow. So Study Island, the lessons are fairly short, but the questions can be fairly long, and sometimes the questions have information in them as well. So I would take your time reading the lesson and questions. Key vocabulary in this first lesson is primary succession versus secondary succession. So those are both very different things. Primary succession is where an ecosystem develops over time in an area that has never had an ecosystem or living things on it before. So let's say a volcanic eruption happens in the middle of the ocean, and volcanoes spew lava. So that lava is going to come out, and if it goes above water, it's eventually going to cool when it hits air, and it's going to cool into rock because lava is melted rock, essentially. So it's going to cool into rock, and now you just have this big rock island in the middle of the ocean. Over time, something called a pioneer species, so right down here, this is another definition. Pioneer species is a species that kind of gets the ball rolling with ecological succession. So on that volcanic island, you might have lichen, which is an organism that they filter feed. So it starts growing and it eats particles in the air, and it starts to dissolve that rock underneath it. And as the lichen dies and the rock is dissolved, organic material is added from that dead lichen, and you have soil. So once you have soil, you can have grasses and other species come and live. And once you have enough vegetation, you're going to get bugs and other organisms. Eventually, over a long period of time, you're going to get something called a climax community, which is a full-blown stable ecosystem. So you're going to have trees, like right here, trees, all kinds of organisms. You're going to have a lot of biodiversity, and you're not going to see too much change after that. So that was primary succession. Secondary succession occurs somewhere there already has been an ecosystem previously. So let's say on our volcanic island that developed through primary succession, one day there's a big fire, and that big fire rips through the whole island and it burns everything down. So now there's no more trees, there's no more grass, but what we're left with is soil. So the soil's still there. You don't have to have things breaking down rock to make soil. The soil's still there, so now we skip that step, and the grasses and the bushes, they can start growing immediately. It's going to take a little bit less time than primary succession, but it still takes quite a long time. Anyway, so answer these 2 questions based on that reading and the information I gave you. Do your best to highlight important parts, and you should be good. Till next video.